Welcome in everybody to another daily Japanese study video where we study Japanese every single day and I bring you and Twitch along for the ride. Today, burger. Ga. We're going to get some burger on. What is this burger? Why is it $3 essentially? I don't know. And also we have this about a horse who's going to the hot springs. And I hope you enjoy it, horse. After that, yeah, that's basically it. Let's check this out here. So, here's our horse. Look in that eye, and you can see happiness. Nothing but happiness in this horse's eyes. Ashi ni keika o hoshita uma. Oh no! It injured its leg? Oh no! They're gonna have to put it down. It's gonna become glue. Oh no! Okay. So we have Puru. Puru. Puru? Pure? Puru? What are you? I hate not knowing katakana stuff. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, Puru de. The training o hajimeru. Oh, they're not putting it down. They're going to start training it in a pool. That's so nice of them. Every time I've ever heard about a horse injuring its foot, they killed it like a day later. It's like, you're useless now. It's easier to just have another horse and make another horse. Okay. Well, that's way better than what I thought from this. Okay, so let's break this down. Ushi ni kage o shite uma. What do we have here? Ashi, leg. Ni, ke ga. I said kage, didn't I? I do that every time. Ke ga. I see this and I get dyslexic somehow and go kage, even though it's kega. Kega is injury, right? Let's, you know what? Let's double check with our shift here. So, I finally installed Yomitan for folks that were like, hey, why aren't you doing this thing instead of copy pasting into Jisho? And you know what? Fair. Fair enough. I finally, after probably like 20 people said, why aren't you using Yomitan? I'm doing it. We have it. I'm going to put it into the description from here on out so that folks can add it to their browser if their browser is Firefox. I'm not going to give you a Chrome link, but just so you know what Yomitan is, it is this little bit right here. So you can scroll inside of this and get definitions by holding shift and covering words. So, kega here is hurt. So, kega o shita is hurt, injured, because now we're doing a hurt. What are we doing a hurt to? We're doing a hurt to the legs of what? Uma, which is horse. So, puru de training o hajimeru. So, puru, pool, as we learned a second ago. De to training. Training is what they're katakanizing here. And hajimeru is to begin. So, furu de training o hajimeru. Fukushima ken Iwakishi ni. Fukushima. So, you've probably heard the name Fukushima. They were unfortunately in the news around the 11th of, March. Oh, we're doing it again. Okay. Okay, so Fukushima, like down here, right? So there's Fukushima. This area right here is where during 3/11 there was a tsunami that hit the coast of Japan, really doing a number on the people throughout here. Like so much damage, so many lives lost. A horrible, horrible day. But that's where you've probably heard Fukushima. And we are talking about Iwaki, right? Iwaki? Yeah, so Iwaki, which is down here. Iwaki Shi. Shi being city right there. So Iwaki Shi, Iwaki City, this area right here. You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's drop down inside of it. Crazy that that's already a decade ago. Honestly, yeah. Folks might know famous Japanese YouTuber abroad in Japan. They were making their start right around the time that happened. Isn't that's honestly insane to think about. So we have the postal over here. This seems like a standard small town Japanese area. I found that small town Japan is way more car dependent than other places in Japan. Uh, they're still better about it than most American cities, as you can see by the fact that you can cross this road here. But they do not let it be known that Japan is always pedestrian friendly. Sometimes, especially when you get out there, Japan's just as car dependent as the US. Although that's not true of the major cities. At least not yet. I know that a lot of the car companies would love it if everyone in Japan drove to a parking lot, and I would hate it. But that being said, this area, it looks nice. Iwaki, Iwakishi seems like a fine little area here. Nothing insane, nothing bad by any stretch. This just seems like this looks great. I love it when things are divided by friggin' nature. Awesome. Yeah, this seems nice. Okay. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so Fukushima ken Iwakishi ni keiba 競馬の馬の、リア、リ Okay, I'll have to do the katakana translation here. That's always my issue with katakana is I can kind of read it, but rihabari. Okay, rihabari is rehabilitation. Duh. I don't know why I didn't get that from rihabari here, but sure. Keiba. Keiba here. I don't know Keiba. Let's look it up real quick. Keiba. Well, that's why I don't know Keiba is horse racing. I don't know anything about horse racing. All right, well, here, let's copy that. Let's throw it into Jisho to see does G that is not the word I was trying to copy. I was trying to copy this word right here. Copy. Let's try this. Paste. All right, horse racing is apparently a common word. So, keiba. I mean, we have horse here, so sure. What is K doing? Emulate, compete with, sell at, and race. So K, and then horse, uma, can be ba. So K ba. All right, fair enough. K ba. K ba. K ba. Nice. Okay. K ba. And K ba. Horse racing. Okay. Horse racing. 競馬。競馬の馬のリハビリをする施設があります。施設 is facility, right? So in Iwakishi, there is a horse, a racehorse rehabilitation facility. Okay, sure. 毎年暑くなると、足に怪我をした馬を、プールに入れて、so they're saying, every year, horses that have injuries enter a pool. So, トレーニングをします。So they're saying, we enter the pool for training. 馬は深さ。3 meter. So they're saying, 深さ is, kai is deep, depth. So, 深さ is depth, how deep something is. Reminder that if you add sa to a lot of adjectives, they express objectiveness. So the objective deepness of this pool is apparently 3 meters. So 馬は深さ3 meter 一周40 meter のどんなを形 is shape though, right? 形 form, shape, figure. Oh, okay. So 形をしたプールの中で足を動かして泳いでいます。Okay. So, Uma wa. Oh, I got a yawn coming on. Ugh, that's what I get for starting this video so late. We did stream for a little bit before this. We streamed for 2 hours before this, with some study inside of there. I should have started recording this earlier, but okay. So what I think I'm getting from this is fukasa, by the way. Fukasa is depth and profundity, but depth. So uma wa fukasa. Horse depth? As for the horse, 3 meters deep, one, like we have one counter for laps. And then, yeah. No. So, one lap is 40 meters. And it's 3 meters deep. A meter is fairly close to a yard. Sorry, I'm trying to America brain it. Sorry. So like, we're looking like this is about a meter, roughly then. So this times 3 deep. Okay. You know what? For a horse, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, yeah, that makes sense for a horse. Okay. All right. So they're saying they do a 40-meter lap in a 3-meter deep pool. Yes, the depth is not referring to the horse. I'm assuming the horse is not 3 meters deep, because that would be a weird way of referring to a horse. I'm assuming the puru is 3 meters deep. The horse swam with their feet in a donut-shaped. Oh, donatsu. Okay, donatsu no. Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right. No, that makes sense. Okay, so ドナツの形をした. So here they're saying donut-shaped pool. So you can, so like, instead of saying akai kuruma, and this is pretentious here, giving a good example, instead of saying akai kuruma for a red car, you can technically say aka o shita kuruma. So here they're saying donatsu no katachi o shita puru. This is saying donut-shaped pool. No naka de ashi o. Okay. Okay. That actually helps a lot. All right. So altogether, they're saying in a donut-shaped pool, the horses are swimming in a pool 3 meters deep. And sorry, I yawn a lot at night. And 40 meters long per lap. So フルで泳ぐと怪我をした足. So we're doing the same thing here. 怪我をした足. Injured leg, right? 怪我をした足. They're doing that a lot, this article. I wonder if that's what they're trying to teach. My understanding of NHK Web Easy, by the way, is that they try to essentially stealth teach things inside of these. Because that's what people use NHK Web Easy for, is to like practice Japanese. So maybe the oshita noun is what they're trying to teach here, which not something I use very often, I should say. So, okay, so 怪我をした足を守りながら. So, we have a nagara here. If you recall with nagara, that is whilst doing something. The thing that you are doing whilst is over here in, I believe it's mas stem form. So, mamori mas is to protect. So, mamori nagara is while protecting the injured leg, right? So while protecting the injured leg. 筋肉などを強くすることができます. Okay, so 筋肉. I've heard this, but it's not coming to mind. Muscle. Okay, yep. Where did I hear this? Oh! I know where I heard this, and I'm not going to let you know. Sorry, YouTube. I can't say this one, because it will... nope, can't say that on the YouTube. Twitch can know, but you can't know YouTube. Sorry. So, let's go ahead and get Kinniku on here. Kinniku, muscle. You already know. I actually don't know if you do know. Kinniku. Muscle. Okay. Muscle. Kinniku. Okay. Well, that's good. It's good. Okay, so 筋肉など, so muscles and the like を強することができます. Okay, so they're saying, so they're able to have strong muscles and the like. That is... Huh. You know what? Never mind, pretentious. Okay. So, where were we? このプールでの、トレーニングは、10月頃まで。I'm not good with Goro here. It's not Racketeer, Rogue, Bully, Thug. Goro, approximate time, around. So, why do we use Goro instead of Gurai? Or Kurai. Gurai, right? Is it a famous bar now? I guess it might be famous now. Okay. Why do we use Goro instead of Gurai? Noun, adverb. What's Gurai then? Huh. Is Gurai not a noun, adverb, suffix? Actually, maybe Gurai is not a suffix. Let's try. gurai. So approximate suffix particle. Okay, so if this is a suffix particle, and this is a noun adverb particle, Okay, so around 10 months, right? Which seems like that would be gurai or kurai, but I guess goro can do the same thing. So okay, so kurai gurai can be used for time and amounts, whereas goro is strictly time. Then is that what we're getting at with that? Is that this is approximate time, around that time, about that time, toward that time? Ah. But I don't. I think goro is used more for like around 3 p.m., but I'm not sure if you can say goro for like around 3 hours. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So kurai is for like amounts of time. Goro might be around that time. Maybe. They're saying, so they're going to do this until around 10 months. So they're going to train in the pool for around 10 months. Okay. Well, here, let's throw that in there. Because I've seen Goro a few times, but I never thought to think through why. Until around October, the 10th month. That's your impression, but you're not fully confident. All right, that's fine. Okay, well, we did get a couple of things out of that. We are now up to 6 new words, which is pretty good. Okay, we got a burger here. Inchikatsu. Aga. Okay. So the 10th month, goro. 10 months, gurai. Okay. That feels right based off of what I've seen. But, you know, I'm not, I'm never sure of anything when it comes to a language that is not my original. Okay. They sure do know how to make a burger look delicious here. Look at that. There's like 7 pixels on there. Okay. Kome ga takai. So, kome. Rice. Wait, kome. Yeah, rice. There it is. I was like, USA. What? No. So, kome ga takai. So, expensive rice. Pan o tsukatta shohin. Hin here is goods. You know, goods. Shohin or commodity. Okay. Pretentious is saying I'd give up fancy photos for that price. I mean, listen, that's just Japanese pricing, right? So fuyasu, supamo. Okay, so fuyasu here is to increase. We've had this a few times at this point, right? So what are they saying here? They're going to increase. Wait, what? So rice is rice expensive. An o tsukatta. So skao is to use, right? So skatta is used. Pan o tsukatta is used. So wait, what? This is one of those ones where it's like, okay, I know all these words. Rice is expensive. Some of okay, you know what? That's That's kind of what I was expecting, but where's price inside of that? Super mo. So super is our supermarket, right? Yeah. So here we have super mo, which is our supermarket. Shohin, which is commodity good. So pan o tsukatta shohin, right? So all of this is essentially one big noun, right? So bread based, bread used commodities, right? It's not exactly one big noun, but it kind of functions as one here, right? パンを使った商品を増やす so they're saying I guess the understood subject here is like 値段がパンを使った商品を増やす right? I guess there's an understood uh, ga here, which would be like 値段, right? So 値段がパンを使った商品を増やすスーパーも. Okay. Uh, well, I guess the mo is doing that too here, right? Because we have kome ga takai. Rice is expensive. So I think this mo is doing a lot of heavy lifting with pointing at the understood ga here. Okay, anyways, 物の値段が上がり続けてます。Oh no. So they're saying the price of things, 物の値段, right? 値段 was price. 物の値段が上がり続けてます。So, 上がる to raise, to rise, to lift. So, 上がり続けてます. So, continuing to rise. So the price of goods is continuing to rise, which is unfortunate. One of my favorite things about going to Japan is that once you get there, things are stupidly cheap compared to the U.S. of A. 国によると、4月は物の値段を平均 is like level equilibrium, right? Here, let's double check with a shift. Average. Yeah, okay. Average is what I probably should be saying. Yeah, equilibrium. That's what people say all the time. I should probably just default to average. But anyways, so the average price of goods in the fourth month. So each, ni, san, yon, January, February, March, April. So in the fourth month, 1年前と比べて so compared to the first compared to a year before, sorry, because we have 比べる is to compare, 比べる, which I'm able to remember fairly well. One, because this kanji is actually like fairly distinct in my brain for some reason. But also because 比べる kind of sounds like corroborate to me. And corroborate is to take two distinct persons and take this person's story and this person's story, and they use their story to make this story sound more believable or truthful. So they're corroborating, and so they're taking two distinct things and going comparison, which is what corroborate is doing here. Anyways, 比べる、比べて、 Sun 10? I keep forgetting what like 3 point is. Point, it's 10? Okay, good. Okay, so 3.5% 上がりました。So, compared to a year prior, it's raised 3.5%. 上がって、割合 Oh my god, wadi. Wadi is a word that we added, Lord, Lord have mercy, like a month ago. And it has been one of my 12 white whales. There's a lot of Anki words that I do not get. Wadi is one that I'm starting to get more often now. Because look at Wadi over there. That kanji ends with a katana on it. And I imagine the I being divided in half to a 50-50 ratio on there. So that is my mimetic for it, is whatever this is, takes a sword and goes whoosh across the I, this meeting here. So whoosh, and it's a percentage. It's a rate. It's a ratio. That's my mimetic for it, and it's currently working. So you know what? Feel free to use that. 上がった笑いは、3月より0.3ポイント高くなりました。Okay. So in 3 months, it raised 0.3. Okay, sure. Tokini, when no, Tokuni is in particular, right? In particular, Tokuni, right? Tokuni is in particular. Tokuni kome wa, I'm sorry, what? 98.4%? 98.4% 上がりました。Welcome in, George Lucas. Misa, like your movies. All right. I haven't seen them. That's a lie. I shouldn't say that. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the price of rice has gone up almost 100%. So let's see. 去年の2倍 2 this byte is multiplier, right? Yeah. So 2 byte is almost double. 2倍ぐらい. They're saying, so from the previous year, the price has almost doubled, which we can see by the fact that this almost says 100%, because that's how math works, right? 東京のスーパーではパンを使った商品を増やしてます。So they're saying that the price of bread-based things in Tokyo supermarkets is also gonna go up. Okay. 店の人は、米を使った弁当の代わりに、ハンバーガー、God damn it. I hate katakana because I'll start reading it and I'm like, hamburger, 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 hamburger などを売ってます。Okay, so hamburger など hamburgers and such things 売ってます。売る is to sell. Honbuga. Yeah, pretty much. So they're saying, bento no kowari ni hamburger no ハンバーガーなどを売ってます。と言いました。買い物に来た人は、a person who came to shop, 米を代わり。So, 代わり, instead of, as a substitute for rice. So, as a substitute. So, right here, bento no kawari. So, 米を使ったbento. So, rice using bento, essentially, no kawari. So, a substitute for a rice using bento. This is a bento, right? Yes, bento. Bento is a Japanese lunchbox. Not to be confused with hanbagu. Just you have another thing to hate. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, pretentious. You know how much I love to hate things. Okay. So, uh, so, mise no hito wa, mise no hito, also welcome in, George Lucas. Welcome in. It honestly an honor. Mise no hito wa. So, mise no hito is mise is a shop. So a shop person. I'm assuming it's someone who works at the supermarket, right? So 店の人は米を使った弁当の代わりにハンバーガーなどを売っていますと言いました。買い物に来た人は米の代わりに、代わりに、substitute for rice に、冷凍、冷凍、冷凍、冷凍、冷凍。I don't know 冷凍。冷凍. That's the same day as in Reisoko, right? Freezer, refrigerator, right? Technically different words, but whatever. Right? This is that same day. So what's day? Oh, freezing, cold storage. Yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. What are you? Frozen. Huh, okay. Dang. Dang, okay. So, well, wait. Let's pull this back up. What are you? I want you. If you are frozen, congeal, refrigerate, on here. So, cold storage, freezing, refrigeration. Rei ayaname, close. Omedetou. That's all I think of when I think of Evangelion is omedetou. Anyways, I like how reito here is not rate ratio. Okay. Reito. There you go. I made it to Kit. Welcome in. It's been a while. Well, not a while. You've been lurking. Thank you for the help, by the way, on the latest YouTube video. Thank you so much. I need to get back to that Minecraft book. That's been a while. Okay, reto and okay, refrigeration. That, you know what? I know this is spelled wrong. I have a D in there. I don't think there's a D. That looks good. Refrigeration. Okay, reito. Good. We'll add it in there. Reito no udon ya pasta. Okay. Pan nado o kaitemasu. Okay. So they're as a replacement for rice, they're buying refrigerated udon, pasta, and bread-like things. Okay. 米が前と同じ値段になってほしいです。So, 米 rice, right? 米が 米と同じ値段. 同じ is same, 米 is before, prior, so 米と同じ値段. So prior to the same price. They're hoping it becomes close to the same price. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's grab this whole bit and bop right here. Copy, copy. Let's paste this in here because we're coming close to the end of the article here. I said instead of rice, I buy frozen udon, pasta, and bread. I wish the price of rice would be the same as before, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure, like, I know rice is really, really cheap in the States, which is why we buy like pounds of it in my house. But like, I'm assuming it's still probably cheaper to buy like a big bag of rice than well, either way. I'm not shopping for them. So they're I love how they use this picture of a burger here to be like, sometimes people are buying burgers instead of rice. And it's like, listen, y'all should probably still be buying rice. Please don't buy burgers. Right. Well, we got some pretty good words in there today. Well, how many words did we add by the end of it here? 7 words total new today. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm actually really happy about that. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for helping me today with the articles and whatnot. Thank you so much to the folks on YouTube for watching. Hopefully, you got as much out of this as I did. I really do enjoy reading these NHK Web Easy articles. They're very, 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 very straightforward, which is good for my brain. I will just leave it as that. So we got to see a few new words. We also got to see wariai again, which is good. Rate, ratio, percentage, right? So that's good to see because it's been a bit since I've seen this in context, which is always helpful. Anki is a good way of keeping things in your brain, but nothing is as good as just immersing in the language, right? Anyways, いつもありがとうございます. As always, thank you so much. Good luck with your studies, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for another daily Japanese study video. I'll see you then. Bye.